How is Cranston supporting Robbie with these revelations? Well, Cranston is Robbie's best friend, and he's doing what every best friend does, which is to take the mickey out of Robbie every chance he gets. Because let's be honest, that's what best friends do. But in doing all of that, he's there with good advice. He's there with solid good advice. But aside from that, when Robbie kind of needs a shoulder to cry on, Cranston's there for him. The relationship between Cranston and Robbie and where it started, wow. The two of them grew up together. Literally next door neighbors, went to the same school, played rugby together. There's always the competitive streak between the two of them, but at the same time, that competitive streak hasn't stopped their friendship in any way. Their bromance definitely comes from a place of being there for each other under any and all circumstances. When Cranston got married, Robbie was his best man. With all of Robbie's dramas, Cranston is always there, helping him every step of the way, being there as best as he can. And that continuous friendship has just, because it's gone on for so many years, it's just blossomed. If I could play any of the legacy characters, who would it be and why? I absolutely love Cranston. He's a brilliant character to play and I have lots of fun with him. But I think if I could be any of the other characters, I would want to be Angelique. She is ruthless in every step of the way. I mean, from business to her own family even. To play that kind of character who has freedom to just tell people off at every given moment. Brilliant, who wouldn't want to? Did I do any special prep for the role of Cranston? With Cranston being a lawyer, there's a lot of terminology that gets thrown about that luckily I haven't had to deal with so far. But just his mannerisms, the way he speaks about certain topics comes from a legal perspective. Because of that, I did have to go back and sit down and watch a couple films, look at a couple series. Most people are probably thinking Suits. I did not watch Suits at all. I've watched it, just not in preparation for this role. There were a lot more courtroom dramas that I looked at, things like A Few Good Men, or The Juror, or The Verdict. Funnily enough, even My Cousin Vinny. Just because of the humor that Cranston brings to lots of the situations. He is the funny friend, but at the same time, he is hard and he is there when you need him to be. A lot of the stuff that he says and does comes from just normal speech, especially with the conversations between him and Robbie where he's giving advice. So those haven't been heavy in terms of the lawyer side of it. However, I am looking forward to a lot of those kinds of scenes that I think are going to throw people completely because they get to see Cranston not just as Robbie's best friend, but actually as a lawyer.